Hi, I'm Phil McKnight from Sage, and today I'd like to show you how to get the most out of your Dose Control Pro coffee grinder. We're going to show you how to grind, dose and tamp a portafilter for espresso first, and then move on to drip filter later. When you're grinding fresh whole bean coffee for espresso, it's really important that you use the single wall filter baskets. That way you'll maximise the flavour potential of the coffee you've purchased. So what we need to do now is just insert our single wall filter basket into our portafilter. We need to select the right grind cradle to go with our portafilter. So the Dose Control Pro comes with two portafilter cradles, a 50/54mm and a 58mm. All we need to do is select the correct one, so we're using the 54mm today. Slip that straight onto the holder on the grinder. And now we're just going to place our portafilter into our grinder cradle. We're going to adjust our grind size. We're going to start on setting 12, and we're going to adjust our grind time to 10 seconds. All we need to do now is press the start cancel button to start the grinding process. One of the great features of this grinder is the pause function. This allows us to pause mid-dose, so we can take out our portafilter and we can collapse and settle the ground coffee. Then we can just place the portafilter back in the cradle and restart the remainder of the dose, and that reduces the amount of mess in our grinds catching tray. So we've just finished grinding and dosing, so all we need to do now is remove our portafilter. And when you're using freshly roasted, freshly ground coffee, it always looks like you've got too much coffee in the portafilter. All we need to do is collapse, get our tamper, tamp straight down with around 15 kilos of pressure, get our razor dosing tool. We're going to insert that into the bed of ground coffee, rotate and trim off the excess. We're just going to do that over our knock box. So there we have a perfectly dosed portafilter ready for our extraction. So if your extraction's not right, all we need to do is tweak grind size to get the right rate of flow. So that's how you get the perfect dose when you're dosing for espresso. So what you need to do if you're making drip filter coffee, you can grind directly into a paper filter. Just remove the cradle from the grinder. Just adjust your grind size. So on the collar we have different grind ranges. So the grind size for drip filter is from 35 to 45. So I'm just starting in the center of the range at 40. But you can adjust that to tweak that for your taste preferences. So we're just going to put our paper filter into our cradle, adjust our grind time to 15 seconds, start the grinder. Now I recommend when you're changing these settings, whether you're using drip filter or French press, that you refer to the instruction book that came with the product, because that'll give you a guide to the best settings for grind size and the best setting for grind time for the amount of coffee that you're actually making. It doesn't matter whether you're making espresso, drip filter or French press. Grind amount is the most important thing to make consistently great tasting coffee. The Dose Control Pro delivers a precise, consistent dose every time.